much, relax a bit. Acting like that cause your dad's a bitch. Must be the way that the planet is. Must be your face cause it smash your dick. I'm a freak, not a masochist. Should've known you had the baddest bitch. Left on red and can't give head, really you ain't shit, need a laxative. Niggas ain't shit. Come up in your crib, all up in your face. Can't take friends. Look at what you did. Listen to your friends when they say niggas ain't shit, cause niggas ain't shit. Come up in your crib, all up in your face. Can't take this. Look at what you did. Listen to your friends when they say niggas ain't shit. Said that's not cheating if I wasn't with your ass. Yo, you kept secrets and your cousin told me.
Hello everyone.
Logical thinking is just something that you lack.
Today I will be going live with Nathanya Alexander, who plays Ariana. I'm so excited. I love her so much. So let's see if she. Oh, and we're off to a good start. Alright, let's see if she's here. She is not. Nathanya, where are you? To your friends when they say niggas ain't shit, cause niggas ain't shit. Come up in your crib, all up in your face. Can't take this. Look at what you did. Listen to your yeah! Baby girl! Hi! You look so pretty. How are you?
That song.
It's such a good. It's the best song on the album. So did you hear the whole album?
I did. I like that one, and I like
Woman. I don't remember that one.
That one's a good one too.
I'm falling all over the place.
You look good.
Thank you. I miss you so much.
I miss you.
How are you?
I'm good.
I saw that you were on. Oh, Woman is the first song on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song's really good. And Kiss Me More again is iconic.
I love that.
But we already did that.
That was the duo we needed.
Yeah, this album was really good. Did you hear the new Tyler, the Creator album? Do you like Tyler, the Creator?
I love Tyler. I didn't hear it though.
It's good. It's good. It's like old Tyler. You know what I mean? Like it's like lyrical.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. I saw that you were on Riley's Greta Live.
I did.
I
love them. Huh?
I love those too. Their memes always crack me up.
They be going off.
They do.
I love all the
memes.
like
so funny.
The merch is everything.
Okay, so you were watching up until that point? That merch is iconic. The punching pillows.
Oh my god.
The punching pillows.
You and that candle.
The candle was everything.
Yours was my favorite. It was like you were meant to be on that one.
That one, yeah, it was like photoshopped as well. Did Loreno Supremacy do that? They said Loreno Supremacy, which is another fan account, did the punching pillows. But who did all the rest?
I don't know. I think Riley's Greta
did it?
I think so.
I'm so thoroughly impressed.
Me too.
The merch.
The merch.
The merch. I'm gonna have to get everyone their candle if we get a season 2 as a season gift gift.
Loreno Supremacy said no. I made the punching pillows.
Okay, word. Who made the other pillows? Okay, we already have lots of questions coming in because everyone loves you as much as I do. But I mean, first off, I just want to say, because I told you over text, but I didn't ever get to talk to you in person. You in episode 12. I'm sorry. I'm just like, my God. You're so good. You're so good. And it's like, it's just, I was blown away. Like, the ending monologue, I literally was like, because the thing is, when we get these scripts, like, I'm not in 12 at all. So I read it initially, and I was like, oh, this episode's going to gonna be amazing, and I thought he was
Yeah.
gonna kill it. But then I forgot about it because until I saw it, like I didn't really know what was gonna happen. And
Yeah.
then that ending bit when you're like, fucking all men are fucking parasites and all women
Yes.
are their the way I was like the pain and the layers.
Oh my gosh, Ariana's going through it there. I remember
She
shooting
was.
that scene too, and like we had all the background actors there, and they were looking at me like this bitch is this bitch is going crazy.
What were you how did you approach that moment? What were you thinking about in that moment? Like what were you trying to
Bef-
connect to?
yeah, beforehand, I had to just like shut off and disconnect myself because we shot the scene before that with like Naomi, Delilah, and Cooper, where they're by the car and they're asking
Yeah.
her to dance. We shot that before we shot that scene.
Yeah.
So I did that one, and then I had to just shut off and like think about how mad I was at these bitches. Like they ditched me for a guy, and I just had to. I went deep inside, and I was like, I need to treat this guy like he's Naomi and Delilah. Like I need to go
Mm.
off on them through going off
Mm-hmm.
on him. So I
Yeah.
approached it like that.
It's so clear too, and I love because what you talked about during the remember when we did that like group interview for the I forget what it was for. It was for I think it was like an awards thing or
Yes, the
whatever. Remember it was
consider.
all of us. Yeah, for
Yes.
the consideration awards, and you were talking about how like Ariana she be acting out, but she deep down is just like someone who yearns for like attention, right? Is that what you
Yes.
said?
Yeah.
And I love this episode because it's like you really get the layers of that, seeing like how isolated this young girl is, like being surrounded by all this masculinity, and finally connecting with like her like fellow women, and like
Mm-hmm.
having it be stripped away from her just as quickly as it came.
So quick.
It's so layered, and the moment when you talk about because Ariana, I'm just so excited
Me
when
too.
because you're just so good when
Thank
Ariana
you.
we all know Ariana has had an arc, from the beginning. She like would say all
Came
this
a long
homophobic
way.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then hi Zelda, and
Hi,
then
Zelda.
she, I think after befriending Delilah, like learns a lot of um like social justice language, even if she doesn't understand it herself.
Right.
And then in the scene in episode 12, when you guys are in the mall and you say like, I didn't think I would ever be friends with women after that one girl said that I have AIDS because my dads were gay.
Okay.
Just
Mm-hmm.
in that one line, you get so much backstory to like why Ariana like makes fun of like her gay dads all the time,
Yeah.
like as a way to be accepted.
Yeah.
Like you see the vulnerability of like people have ostracized me for like my gay parents, and like I'm just trying to
Mm-hmm.
blend in with them, and now I have people
Exactly.
who understand me, and then I lose them
Mm-hmm.
too quickly. It's
And
just like
she uses the witch stuff to connect with her friends too, because it's like female empowerment, and like
mm,
it's like less about the witch stuff and more about like connecting with her girls and like getting over,
yeah,
just got over Nathan, like,
yeah,
and then they do this whole ritual thing, and then they bond at the house, the sleepover, and then at the mall they do the whole thing in the bathroom for Delilah's character, and then right away after that, they're like, "Oh, we should do a throuple thing,"
yeah.
and
I know.
Ariana's like, "Oh, really? Oh, really? No, no,
And
no."
it's so fucked up because it's your idea to go to the mall and do this thing. So like
Exactly.
be a support system for your friend, and so you
Mm-hmm.
can like get that support back, and then
And
they
they
betray
don't.
you.
They don't give it back.
It's so
She
fucked
gives
up.
and gives, and they give nothing back. I was
Yeah.
like, I thought she grew a lot because in that moment, me personally, I would have went off. Like, I would have been in
Yeah.
that mall, like screaming, "No, don't do it! Like,
Yeah.
don't do that to me!"
Yeah.
But I think she definitely came a long way, and I hope DNA finds their way back together.
I do too. I really
Yeah.
do too. I really love the kind of arc that you played of this like character um who kind of has this like front, like has this like the jokes that she makes and like
Hmm.
the you know the she just has like a natural abrasiveness to her that is
Yeah.
obviously like a defense mechanism. And then
Yeah.
in this episode you see all of her vulnerability, like when she's like with her dads and like
Hmm.
even the pleading of like in your eyes they're like, is this a stupid idea? And you're like, no, it's fine. Like the like pain behind your eyes is like just masterful. You're just so good.
Thank you, Justice. You know how I feel about you. I mean,
Nah.
your work in this show. Can we talk about it? Can
No,
we
we talk
talk?
about it enough. We talk about it enough. This isn't about me. This is about you.
No, but yeah, I was happy to show this vulnerability for Ariana because, like you said, it's hard. I think it's really hard for her, especially with like the family dynamic that she has, and I think she just has a need to be seen and a need
Mm-hmm.
to have all the attention in the room. That's why she's always making all those jokes, and I think she has a wall up throughout the entire season up until episode 12 where she
Mm-hmm.
just brings it down and she's there and she's present. And I think
Mm-hmm.
she realizes that it's okay to be vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
in those moments, you know.
And
But
I love that again, like that scene with your dads. How do you like working with them? With I almost
Jay
said Joe and
August,
Patrick.
Jay August, Richard, and John Bowie. I mean, they're so good. They're so
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
It's an interesting dynamic because I like approaching that as like having two dads. That's something you don't really see characters having two same sex parents
Yeah.
much on TV. So like approaching that, I just wanted it to feel authentic and real, and I just wanted to connect with them as like
Mm-hmm.
actors. So working with them was really cool for that scene. It was we must have did so many different takes of that scene, but they were patient and their love for their daughter in that moment really shined through, and it made me emotional. I was like, oh my god, like this feels good, and like this is what Ariana needs. Like they
Yes.
made a recovery from the beginning of the episode because dads, they don't know what right paths to get, and they don't,
Yeah.
and I feel like they have a disconnect. Ariana has a disconnect with her fathers because at the beginning of the episode they're making smoothies. They just came back from a workout. Like she's going through it. She's going
Yeah.
through it. Like light tampon. That's not what you get. Like that's not it. So
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think they definitely made a recovery in that from the beginning to the end, and you see them really connecting with their daughter, and I think that's all she really wants because especially
Right.
not having a mom in the picture, I think she craves that female energy, which is why
Yeah.
she clings on to her friends a lot as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so true. And it's beautiful to see like a family kind of go through. It's like it's not all tumultuous. Like with Riley's family, it's like they're going through it like it's fucked up. And Nathan has a similar dynamic too with Megan, but like
Yeah.
to see Ariana and her dads have conflict, but then also like see them like actually bond is like I
Yeah.
think really important.
Yeah, they love it.
Um okay, I'm looking at these.
We need more
Um
Chester and Ariana scenes in season 2.
we do need more Chester and Ariana scenes.
We do.
We do.
We do.
Okay, so this is a really interesting question. Someone said, I'd be so interested in how the two of you feel about your characters as the black friends in the group in a school like that is on their mind as high schoolers. Because I know that, well, part of Chester's isolation is that he like, I grew up in Anaheim. There's not a lot of black people in Anaheim. And a part of Chester's isolation is that there's not a lot of people that he can identify with who are like openly queer in the way that he is, who are black in the way that he is.
Yeah.
Like, even his guardian is white, you know, his grandmother is white.
Right.
And me and you had some conversations. I thought you had a really interesting perspective about this.
Yes.
About when you were talking about 12, and like how Ariana identifies with her blackness, and how it's kind of like, because she's a high schooler and because she's surrounded by all of these different races, and like it's taking her a second to kind of catch up to like what all that stuff means.
Yeah, I don't think she's fully tapped into her blackness yet. I mean, for me, my high school experience, like I went to a predominantly white high school, and the first thing I did when I got there was like I clinged towards the like black people. There weren't many black people, but I found them. I was like, I need to find out where are y'all.
Yeah.
So I think for like you said, for Chester, for Ariana, they don't have that much. You know, they don't have those. It's like a predominantly white community, and like and I think that's something that could be an interesting journey that they take to like self-discovery and like finding themselves and tapping into their like.
I absolutely agree.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree. And this is also why I think that me and you should have more scenes together.
Absolutely.
I feel like we could connect on so many
levels.
Chester and Ariana.
I want to see that.
Okay, let's look at these other questions. Okay, what was one of your favorite scenes to film?
Favorite scene? I think the classroom scene. The classroom scene was so fun because we had all of the characters were in there, and you get to working off of you guys is so fun, and like having all of those characters and personalities in one room, in real life, like as the characters, and as just like I love just having everyone around. The cast is so much fun.
So true.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good times. Yeah, I love all the classroom stuff in episode 2. And I was also thinking, like, if we get a season 2, like, we shot all of this show during COVID, and if we get a season 2, but we shot all this show during COVID, and like even then we still were able to bond, even though like everyone was like separate.
Yeah.
Don't go near each other. COVID. So if we get season 2, it's gonna be like, I feel like we're gonna be that much closer. You know what I mean?
They're not gonna be able to separate us.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I like a lot of the classrooms. I like a lot of the stuff where it's like the whole cast in the same like place. Like the bus was really fun, throwing the ball around.
Yes.
The restaurant. I love the quad scene where we're all dancing together. That was really fun.
That was everything.
Nathanya actually taught me some voguing because I did not know how to vogue at all. I didn't end up doing the dance move that you taught me because I could not get it. But
you killed it, though.
Literally, it's like me doing one move, and I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna jump around. Okay, let's see. Okay, I love this. Nathanya, what are your thoughts on Greta and Ariana's new friendship?
So I've been seeing a lot of people like loving this new friendship, and I'm loving it too. I think it's, like, we were excited. Haley and I we were excited when we saw that these two characters united in the script, because I love Haley, and like I think Ariana and Greta is like a special relationship. But when we filmed it and then like seeing it on screen, it warmed my heart, because I was like, oh my gosh, like this is kind of cute, you know. And it's interesting to see the growth they both had, because in the pilot, it seemed like Greta hated Ariana. It was like, girl,
Yeah.
you're a
That was
bigot.
hot. Yeah. They're
So yeah, so now they're bonding, which is great. I love the friendship. And Ariana needs it. Greta needs it. I think they
Right.
need each other right now.
Yeah, they're like lost souls that are like finding each other in their individual darkness, which is beautiful.
People been saying Ariana. They've been saying these last couple episodes, Ariana's been giving them lesbian vibes.
That literally that's because she's associated with a lesbian character, and also the fan base is like a lot of queer people, so they're all like everyone should be queer.
Everyone's like Greta, Ariana, lesbian.
Ariana. No, the good ship, great ship name for you guys is Arietta.
Ariana. Okay,
Yes.
I like it.
I wonder if I wonder. Do you think Ariana has any queerness in her? Do you think?
I think she's open. I think she could be open. I think there's a possibility. I mean, it's surrounded.
Do you think that's maybe why she makes those jokes? Like maybe it's like a
something deeper.
Mm-hmm.
You might be onto something.
Who knows?
I think she might be a little curious.
Yeah.
I
can see that.
And also her and Delilah scissored when they were younger.
Okay. This is what I was saying.
Yes.
This is what I was saying. Not here, but like before. So, okay. Oh, I do ask this question to everybody. What is your favorite non-canon ship? So, like, what is your favorite like ship of the characters that's like not actually in the show? Mine is Riley and Delilah.
Oh, okay. I like. Let's see. Riley and Delilah. It's so many though. Riley, Delilah. I also love.
I said Jay and Cooper.
Jay and Cooper.
Jooper.
That would be everything. Jooper. Jooper. It would be interesting to see Anna and Mark.
Yes.
That would be spicy.
Yes.
That would be spicy.
I love that one. That one is actually a good one. Okay. Oh, okay. What was your first impressions of Lukita and Chloe?
First impressions. Okay, so I met Lukita. We were staying at the same hotel. Like, she was the first person I met when I got to LA.
Oh, during the pilot?
During the pilot, yes.
Yeah.
And I met Lukita, and we both were just immediately connected. And we both were like, oh my gosh, like, this is crazy, right? Like, this show, oh my gosh. And she was so sweet immediately, and I thought she was mad cool. And then meeting Chloe, I think I met Chloe at the reading we did, the first reading.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And I was like, oh, she's cool. She's mad. Like, she was fun energy. And working with them has been a joy because, like, the DNA stuff, especially the stuff in the bathroom scenes, I think that's when we connected the most. It was so emotional, even though there was a lot of comedicness, like a lot of comedic scenes with me, Ariana running down the hallway, slipping on the goo and everything.
Okay, so the slip.
Yes.
Is that real or was that written?
It's written.
That it's you written. Play it like you really eat it.
I did my own stunt though.
Yeah. I believe it looks like the way it cuts off, like you cut off your own line as you fall. it's so funny. It's so great.
I woke up
And
the
it's
next
amazing.
morning hurt,
What did you?
hurting. I woke up the next morning hurting.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did they not do like stunt pads or something? Nothing?
They the next day that everyone was like, "Oh, you don't have any stunt pads?" And I was like, "I'm good. Like, I'm good. I do this." But maybe I should have asked for it.
I also, it's just amazing that you guys like did so many scenes in that bathroom because it starts the episode for like the entire first block is like you
Yes.
guys in that bathroom, which is all like very intense, high intensity like scenes. And
Mhm.
like you're saying, it really bonded you and Chloe and Makita. But it's
Yes.
also like props to you for putting yourself in that fucking heightened energy every single episode.
I went home and I went to sleep. I mean, we were drained. Like those scenes took a lot out of us, especially because we had Rachel Flesher, our amazing intimacy coordinator there.
That's Rachel.
That's Rachel, and she was showing us when Delilah's in the pool and she's giving birth. She was showing us how that looks and how everyone's breathing has to be the same way, and how we have to be gripping her and what that looks like on screen. And she really like walked us through it. But I mean, it was high emotional feelings going on, and
Yeah.
it just felt real. It just felt extremely real. We had the baby there. We had a real baby there. And every time that baby came in, they brought the baby in, we just started crying. We just started crying. Even when it wasn't like we weren't filming, like we just started crying as soon as the baby came in, because we just felt so, it just felt real, and we felt like we were in character, like almost the whole way through. And it was very intense and very emotional, but I'm happy I had those two. Like we had each other because we really supported each other throughout it all. And you can just see the real love that we have.
Yeah, you really can. What do you do? What do you do to get into character? I know the answer to this, but
Yes.
answer it.
Song, playlists. Playlist. I also have a journal for her, and I write a lot in character. Like a few prompts. I have a few prompts of me like writing to, like Ariana writing to her birth mom.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, yeah. And I read those back like right before I delivered that monologue that she has in the car.
In the car, also love, yeah.
Yeah, so I read that back, like that journal entry back before delivering that, and it helped a lot. So journaling, playlists. I also act a fool in my trailer when no one's watching. I put on music and I dance in the mirror.
Hey, me too.
Yes, you too. That Bussy video. That Bussy video of you in the mirror.
Yes. Okay, so we're gonna have to post these. There's. I think I posted one of them. I think I posted yours too.
Yeah.
Permission. We have a group chat, obviously, and there was a moment where I sent in the group chat like what I do to prepare. It was just me saying pussy over and over again to the mirror, and then everyone started sending in their like what they do to prepare, and Nathanya sent in her just like the moment I wake up. It's so fucking dope. Oh, my makeup. I'm saying it for you. So good. Okay, let's see what else we got. This is my soundtrack while we're waiting.
Serenade me.
Okay, I'm actually not even focusing on the questions because I'm just doing the music.
Same.
What advice would you give each of your characters?
I know you never really
what advice would you give Ariana as your real self?
I would tell Ariana that she's loved, that she's special, that I'm proud of her because of her growth and just to stay in that direction.
Where do you
Like,
want to see Ariana go in the show? Like if we had season 2.
I would love to see her explore the relationship with Greta. I would love to see more scenes with her and Chester. I think there's like endless opportunities for her to like keep growing. I love like, but also I think
Here.
hello.
Okay, Lukita's here. She says hi. She
Hi,
says we're
Kita.
glowing.
What did she say?
She says y'all are glowing.
I'll stop it.
Oh, stop it.
I'll
What's your favorite? What's your favorite Ariana outfit?
the pilot, the pilot
The
episode.
all pink.
The all pink rhinestone layers.
What?
It was a vibe.
Girlie really says she took that one line. There's literally one line and it says, "Oh, the girl in all pink. She has weed. Yeah, yeah, yeah." She took that one line and she said, "This is Ariana's outfit for the whole show." She said, "Pink, pink, pink."
Pink, yo.
It's iconic. You pull off pink so well too.
Thank you. My mom used to dress me up in pink a lot when I was younger, and I ended up hating.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That's hilarious. Also, another thing this is just like because Nathanya's like always looks so good. Anytime we take group photos, it's like even if we're like let's do a silly one, Nathanya is always like in the background like model face like, and then we like look back at the photos and it's Nathanya is like on the cover of Vogue and the rest of us like, we're like what? She's always posing.
I'm always ready for the photos.
She is. You are. What is one of your favorite Ariana lines?
God, why do you hate lesbians?
So good.
I love that line.
So funny.
What about you? Favorite Chester line?
Chester line. I like if it's hot, it's hot. I think that's a really powerful line. I like my love language is bitch. That's really good.
Felt that one. I felt that.
So it says Ariana became one of my favorites. She had a big turnaround in the beginning of the show.
Thank you.
Will we see any bloopers? We did watch a blooper reel on the very last day of shooting. Nathanya never messes up, apparently.
That's a lie. On the floor.
Me just like as Chester, like calling everyone out.
Are you mostly in character when you like? What's your preparation beforehand when you get to set?
As soon as I put the clothes on, I'm in character. I'm in energy. I like to say.
Okay.
Like I still respond to my name and like I still know where I am and I still know but I like to be in Chester's voice. I like to be in Chester's vibe, you know, like because it helps me forget about that aspect of it and then
then you can just be.
I can just be exactly and also what helps me with that TMI is like Chester's underwear like I asked Shirley like make sure that I always have like what underwear Chester is wearing because then I can like fully take off Justice and then fully Chester on. You know what I mean?
That's so dope. I love that. Are the underwears anything special? Is it just like regular?
Chester's underwear is always special, yeah.
Okay.
It's very hyper colorful, crazy designs.
I love
There's
it.
ones with like eggplants all over it.
Yes.
It's
My
like
favorite. Oh my God, Chester outfits.
Chester
Chester
outfits.
outfits. The outfit, Hamburger Mary's favorite.
That is my favorite outfit.
That's my
It's so
favorite
good.
outfit. Favorite
The
outfit.
pearls everywhere
Mm,
is it's iconic. Although if I kneel, there was pearls on the jeans as well, and so
mm-hmm.
like I knelt down, which why was I kneeling down? I realized. But like the pearls would like stab me in my knees, and I was
Oh
like,
no.
I know it hurt. Okay, let's see. I hate this question. Okay, so someone asked, "Did you ever fart on set?" As a joke, I think. But it's like the top question, so every time I open up the questions, it's like
Did
right
you
there.
fart?
How do I delete this? Okay, I'm deleting it. Okay, good.
I did a lot of quiet farts. A lot of quiet
I
ones.
did a lot of quiet parts too. Okay, let's talk about this three-way kiss that we did.
Okay.
Also, like, I
Talk
love how we
about
like
it.
Chester and Ariana barely have scenes together, but we fully did
But let
three-way
me
kiss.
just.
So funny.
Oh man. Okay.
So we all know that Yuli was like a pro because she had experience.
He knew what he was doing.
He knew what he was doing. Did you know what you
He,
were doing? Did you know how it was gonna go?
I did not. I did not. But I was like, I'm in this kiss with Julie and Justice. Like, I'm good. Like, I'm good.
We love that. We're
I trusted you
supported.
guys. I trusted you guys. And I was like, we're gonna do it. It's gonna be good. And um,
It was surprisingly more easy than I thought it was gonna. Like, it was surprisingly
yes,
easier than I thought it was gonna be. Because
yes.
I really thought like we were gonna.
Part where like the chart they showed us where how they wanted the cameras to be. So they showed us this chart where
Oh, that's
they
right.
had
That's right.
yeah, where they had all of our heads and then where they wanted the cameras to be, and I had to keep my face this way.
And
It
they
was
said,
all choreographed.
and Rachel just came in she's like, more tongue. You need to
More
really
time.
stick your tongue out of your mouth.
It was like more. How more can we go? More.
I was like, I feel like I'm drooling.
At one point, I think somebody licked my chin.
I don't know who that was. It was probably me, but I don't know. Okay. Let's see.
But that kiss revealed a lot. I think Ariana's still salty about that, low key.
Oh, that's right. You mean like as Ariana? Like it revealed
Yes.
a lot. It was an amazing scene that you do. The walk, you can even the back thing, Nathanya. The back thing that you do.
The back
Down
thing.
that hallway. I said, "Oh my
The
god!"
back thing.
It's incredible.
Your
It's
performance in that episode with.
Thank you, Nathanya. You're so sweet.
I
That's not
just
good.
moment of silence, cause that scene, everything. I just love the way you play Chester.
Thank
It's like
you.
you put I just know you literally you're in the moment each time, you're present, you're feeling all the feels. Like I'm experiencing every single emotion and you show a range of emotions in each scene and like without doing much. It's amazing watching you on this show.
Thank
It
you,
really is.
Nathanya. You're so sweet. Thank you. This makes me happy. I feel the same way about you. Okay. What was the audition process like for Ariana?
Okay, so I was in New York at the time and I was working at a film academy teaching kids how to make short films.
I did
When I
not know
got
this.
I know, like when I got the audition for Generation. Yeah, I was like working with kids at the time teaching them how to make short films. And I
Wait,
got
you
to
know how to make short films?
Yeah.
Wait, why are we talking about making some short films together?
We should. I'm down. We should
Let's
do
do
it.
it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so
I'm all into like creating art. Um, self-tapes, and one of them were Generation. And I read the breakdown for the character, and I was like, oh my gosh. It was like this she cost they said she was like socially awkward, and she was like an old lady stuck in a young person's body, and like,
interesting.
yeah, this was the breakdown. And then it said that she had two gay dads, and she loves gossip and can't keep a secret. So I was like, oh, this is spicy. I like this. And the scenes that I got was, it was the scene on the yacht when she's
Yeah.
talking to the bartender, and then the monologue in the classroom.
Monologue in
She's
the
like,
class.
I'm Ariana.
Oh yes,
That
yes.
one.
Oh, you did that monologue so good.
Thank you. I had time to prep that one.
That's how I felt about my audition scenes too. I was like,
Yeah.
but like I did them so many times, and then when I actually had time, like when I was like shooting them, I was like, they need to change these lines or something because I've said these so many
I'm
times.
tired of these lines.
Oh my god, yeah. Seriously.
And then so anyway, I sent in the tape, and there was actually construction going on like outside my window when I was shooting the tape, and I was like, oh my gosh, like my friend at the time went downstairs and asked them if they could stop like for 5
Really?
minutes. Yes, can you please stop 5 minutes? We're shooting the tape. It's very important. Can you? So they stopped.
Did they stop?
They stopped for like 10
What?
minutes.
This
And
is so sweet.
I know. And then I sent in the tape, and then I got the call back, and then from there they were like, okay, we're flying you out to LA. You know, she's a pilot. And then that's when I met all of you beautiful people.
Wait, you got the call back, and then when did you get the call that you got the part?
Like,
And what was the callback like? Did you go in person?
yeah, I went in person to the casting office and
In New York.
in New York, and I went in, and there was the Barneses and all the producers like on Skype right in front of me, and like I saw Zelda. I remember seeing like blonde hair, and I was like, okay, that has to be Zelda. And then I saw I think Daniel and Ben was there as well, all the producers, and it was so cool. Like, usually I'm nervous when I go into the room, and like I went in, and they were so nice off the bat, like warm, and they were like, okay, so we're just gonna do it a whole bunch of different ways. And I did it a couple different ways, and I was like, okay, let's try this way. Okay, let's try this way. Let's try this way. And they were like reacting to the performance, which you don't usually get when you're in an audition room. Like,
Yeah, true.
you get nothing. You literally get nothing sometimes.
Blank
So
face.
yeah, so it was like really cool to like interact with them through Skype, and that was like a different audition process. And then I think it was that same night, like they called.
Wow.
Yeah. I think it was that
The
same
same
night.
night.
Yeah.
And then
It
when
was
did you
like,
fly out?
it was like, I think I flew out like the following weeks. Like it was like
Oh wow, okay.
2-3 weeks after. It
Oh,
was like
okay.
right away. Everyone has such a like different audition process, because some people came on the day before we started shooting.
Yeah, like
Like
Tate and
tapes.
Lee.
Yeah. I
Both came
remember
on like
seeing Yuli and being like, who the hell is this kid? Like, he was just too cool. He was like so cool, and like,
he was so cool.
tea.
I remember when I first met Yuli, I had gone around to the cast. I was like, everyone has to get co-star. I need to read everybody's signs.
Yes.
And I went up to Yuli, and it was at the picnic tables. It was like during that like quad scene, and I was like, I need. It was like during rehearsal or whatever, and I was like, you have to get co-star. You need to get co-star. Like, it was like the first thing I said to him, and he was just like, yeah, no, I'll pass. And I was like, I'll
Like,
pass.
who are you?
I'm like, who do you think you are? Say I'll pass to me. And then, and I was like, oh shit, he thinks he's cool. I see.
That sounds like you. Like, sounds like you. Like,
But then I was like, I need him to like me. Because anytime anyone who's like pushes against me, I'm like, I need you to like me. I know exactly. Okay. Have you taken anything from set? Costume, prop?
I've taken a couple pieces that
A couple?
that I won't speak of because it's a secret. a few pieces she didn't get to wear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did Shirley give them to you, or did you
Huh?
take them?
What? What was the question?
I don't remember. Okay, so what's on Ariana's playlist?
Okay, she has a weird playlist because I mean I like songs that emoted a lot of energy and a lot of emotion. So I had a lot of Queen. Cause like their music is like 5 songs in one, and it's like they have all these different instrumental breaks and like different feelings and emotions. And I love music. I think if I had a better voice, I would be a musician.
Well, you should sing something for us right now.
Okay. How do I tell you I love you, baby? I love you, Justice. How do I tell you I love you, baby? I love you, Justice.
I'm obsessed. Yes. I need that on Spotify.
Album coming out soon.
Yes. We love it.
So a lot of Queen. A lot of Elton John.
We love Elton. Oh no. Oh no, hello? Where'd she go? Ariana Grande. Yo, no, what happened? Hello, what's going on? No! Where did she go? Did her phone die? Is that what happened? Nathanya. Wait, my bad. I'm coming. Okay. What happened?
Bad.
No, okay.
My bad. I think I pressed something by accident.
Okay, word.
All right. So Queen, Elton John.
Boom.
Yellow Brick Road kind of did something like to me when I listened to it in character.
Okay.
It just made it like, especially with episode 12. I think I would listen to that song a lot. It just made me sad, like sad, and it just made me feel all the feels for in character.
I don't know that song.
You should listen to it. It's pretty good. I'm gonna send it to you.
Okay.
It's not even really about the lyrics much. It's just about like the feel of the song.
The emotion. Yeah.
The emotions.
The song.
What else? I had Rico Nasty up in there.
We love that. I got her too. I got Smack a Bitch.
Yes.
I
have that song on there. Dawn Richard.
Dawn Richard. Am I supposed to know her?
She's amazing.
Okay. Send me that too.
I'm gonna send that to you. What else? A little Nikki for like her amped up scenes. Amped up scenes. Eagles. A lot of
Oh,
bands.
love the
A lot of
Eagles.
bands. A lot of
It's
bands.
so how eclectic.
I
It's
know.
so many different kinds of music.
Yes. What about you? What's on the Chester
For
playlist?
Chester, oh, I can tell you. I have my Spotify actually right here. It's a lot of twerking music. Um, I make like a playlist. I don't make it for every character, but I make it for like characters that I care about. Daniel told me early on that Chester loves female singers with like a tragic past. So
Ooh.
like Amy Winehouse, Whitney Houston, Janis
Yes.
Joplin.
Yes.
I have some Frank Ocean on here, Janelle Monáe,
Yes. Janelle.
Doja, Flo Milli. I have some No Doubt, Britney Spears.
Yes.
Um, we have City Girls. We have
Love the City Girls.
Brockhampton, Cakes to Killa, Rico Nasty, Charlie XCX.
Yes.
Just a lot of turn up music. I find that even with like the more, oh my, look at my hair. What?
I
We'll
love
put that back
the color.
on. Even with like the like Chester's emotional scenes, I do have like a Chester like a special playlist for those scenes. But like, I find like in the morning when I'm getting ready, I still have to listen to like the hype scenes.
The
I mean,
hypes.
the hype songs.
Okay. What
But like,
I'm curious as to what like emotional songs you got.
a lot of Frank Ocean. I have this
Yeah.
song called "Is Downtown." It, it's called "Downtown" by Lila Vargan, but it's a cover of a
Okay.
Magical Cloud song. I think they're called. That really, I use that scene for episode 7. That when I'm walking through the hallway chasing Sam.
Mm-hmm.
I use this song, which is just all about like how in love you are with somebody. I have some Amanda Stenberg, Whitney Houston again. I have some Mitski, Sam
Right.
Smith.
You got a little bit of everything on there.
We got a little bit of
A
everything,
little
yeah.
bit of
Again,
everything.
it's like vibes. Like it's just whatever
Yeah.
feels right.
Yeah.
Oh, I got Nikki too. I got Nikki on
You
my
got
like
Nikki.
high playlist. Yeah. Everyone in the cast is a barb. Okay, so no one comes
Yes,
short.
we're all barbs.
We're all barbs.
All of us, everybody. Cast, crew, everybody.
Everyone. Cast, crew. Okay, what was one of the hardest scenes for you to do?
The hardest scenes. Okay.
I can tell you mine.
Hmm?
I can tell you mine after you tell me yours.
Okay, tell me yours first.
The scene with Sam. That scene was so hard to do in episode 7.
Yeah.
I've talked about this before. I went into that scene. Well, first off, we got that script like so ahead of time, so I was like, "Oh, that's a really amazing scene. I can't wait to shoot that."
Yeah.
And then kind of built it up in my head and was like, "Oh, like this is a really big scene. It's gonna be a big scene."
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got there the day, I was like meditating. I was doing my process. I was like, I felt like I was ready. We did the first take. Nathanya, it was the worst acting I've ever done in my entire life. Even Daniel was like,
And you know when Daniel don't have nothing to say.
But Daniel has never. Daniel is the nicest. Daniel was like, It was so bad. And then from there, I like spiraled. I was like, I'm fucking this up. This is so bad. This is not going how I expected it to go. And eventually, I like found my footing.
Mm-hmm.
But in retrospect, I realized like I had so many expectations going on into that scene, and it didn't work out how I thought it was gonna go. And that's exactly what Chester was going through too. He had so many expectations for his relationship with Sam. Him telling Sam that he loves him, he thought it was gonna go well, and then it was completely the other way. So I was like,
right. So kind of works.
Yeah, it was like I was in the right headspace. But
you killed that. I would have never known. You killed that. Like I wasn't. I wasn't there to watch it. I wish I was, but I like came to set the next day, and everyone was like, "That scene." Like everyone, it was like whispering. That scene.
Not the whisper.
It's like the emotion that he put into that scene. Like, I was like, oh, I can't wait to see it. And when I saw it, I cried watching it. I cried watching it. It was so good. And you guys worked so well together. I loved
incredible.
Yeah, I loved seeing that.
Yeah.
And everyone hated everyone hated the that Chester was going after.
Everyone was pissed. They're like, "What are you doing, boy?" But honestly, when the show first started coming out, and people saw that there was a storyline where it was like a high schooler attracted to an older guy, or it was like, and it was like, people were really concerned. They were like,
yes,
"This is not the representation we need. He should not be with the good." And I was like, "Just you wait, guys.
Just
Don't
wait.
worry. We got you."
You wait.
But
you wait and see.
People were like mad.
They were not having it.
They were not having it. But rightfully so. I was like,
right.
And then the people who were like, "Oh, we ship Chester and Sam," I was like, "What are you doing? That's not right." No,
It was. I think it was like the danger of it that some people liked. They was like, "Ooh, this is risky." Like this.
I think so. Yeah. I think people are used to too. You know, like they're like to seeing that like scenes of like intergenerational. It's problematic.
Yeah.
It
gets deep. It gets deep.
Yeah.
It's so interesting with Chester because I feel like something I've like noticed with Chester as a character, like he's always looking for love. Like he's a lover. He's a lover. And it's interesting to see what he's going through now with Nathan and Bo. Like so like that's one of the storylines that I'm waiting to see what happens with. It's so good. I know, but like after, because it's still unresolved. It's still unresolved.
Yes,
like,
sure.
Where who do you think Chester's?
Don't spoil nothing now.
I'm not. I know it's where do you think Chester's mind is at though? Like without spoiling things.
Chester, like every time I approach a character, I have like a word or like a song or a thing or a whatever, like one like nugget of thing.
Yeah.
And actually, well, Chester's is truth, but it doesn't really have to do with what I'm talking about right now. Because Chester's always in the pursuit of truth, and so he desperately wants to be loved for like all of his authenticity, you know, like I remember when we were talking about like outfits and hair throughout the season, after Bo and Chester get together, there was like a very short conversation about how like Chester's outfits should start to like die down, or like his hair like go back to like his normal color, and I protested because I was like, no, like Chester wants to be loved for his extraness. Like it's not a front that he's putting on. No. He's very much like, this is me. This is who I am. Everything that I put on my exterior is my soul. Yes. And like it scares people and it intimidates people and it pushes them away. And he's like, well, you know, I'm not going to apologize for myself, and I'm not going to sacrifice my authenticity so that you'll like me. But in doing that, it makes him so desperate to be loved for who he is. Because most people are just scared of him. Like, most people he's like a force of nature. Right. And there's like a price you have to pay in like being that authentic and loud about it. Yeah. And so when he gets into these relationships, or like when he like falls in love with people, it becomes a desperation of like, especially when he connects to people. Like when he connected with Sam, he saw this older, black, queer, like man who's successful, who's like doing it right, and he's like, oh my gosh, like I see myself in that person, like I must be in love with them. Yes. And when he gets rejected, it's like his fucking world is tumbling. And then when he
that's not a part of the plan for him.
It's not right, exactly. And it's one of the first instances in which like someone really accepts him for like everything that he is. Right. And it, like the dynamic doesn't pan out the way he wants. And then when he meets Bo, who like is so different from him, but like really likes him for who he is and accepts him for who he is. It's like magic, you know?
Yeah.
But it's all rooted, like all of his abandonment and his desperation is all rooted, I think, in like his mom passing away and his dad not being in the picture and him having to grow up really fast and like care for his Nona as well, like he cooked dinner for her and like, you know.
And you don't, it's like you don't see all of that like when you see Chester. It's like he mentions it, you know, all these things, but there's also like, I don't think he tries to hide it, but like you just don't see all of that when you see him, because he's loud, he's like,
right.
Yeah, he's like powerful in all of his being, and like he comes to school and he's like popular, and
yes,
he's so expressive, but there's like so much underneath it that it's like, and the way in the scene, the classroom scene, when you're talking to Sam about that, like when you said the line about your mom, finally after him trying to get it out,
he doesn't like to talk about it. He doesn't, because he has this art. It's that paradox of like I want someone to hold me, but also like I've been trained to like have an arm out, you know? Like that's what I'm used to. So it's like, you know, it's just trauma.
Trauma.
People working through their trauma. You know?
Yes.
And Chester is also like he's so giving and so parental to like a lot of the characters in the show, and like that's why I love that to Riley, and when Riley comes up to him in episode 8 when he's like dressed in normal clothes, and she's like, I need you, and he's like, I can't fucking solve everyone's problems all the time.
Exactly. Oh.
It's like the first instance of being like, I'm a child. Like he doesn't realize that himself. Like he's 17 years old and he's like trying to act like he's like high and mighty and so old and so mature and so smart and so actualized. Like you're a kid.
You're a kid and you've been through a lot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't help everybody. You need help.
Yeah.
Oh man, I do love Chester and Riley's relationship. It's very, very special. Very, very special. Especially when she comes and run, like when you don't see Did
what?
You say something? Oh, no. I said something. Oh. When she runs to the car and you guys share that moment and you're hugging her, and my heart melted.
That's real love, though. That's
real love.
That's real love. Thing. Like, I love you so much, you know?
Yeah.
And just putting it into the thing. And that's what I love about bonding with the cast, like, because then it makes those, like, moments of friendship, like, so much more authentic. Like, the scene with you in episode 7, like, before all the shit goes down with Nathan, like, you in the bedroom, like, smoking weed with Chloe and Lukita, and the way you guys are, like, bouncing off each other and, like, hitting each other with these pillows, and it's so authentic, and it feels like, it doesn't feel like actors, you know, who just met, like, it's, you can tell that there's a real bond there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.